Welcome to Math Cafe. Enjoy math sip by sip. In this video, we are going to see one of the most fascinating topics of math, that is calculus. Most wonderful topic which you will be going to use in every walks of life. And you must be heard about calculus a lot. What is calculus and why do we need to learn calculus? Calculus deals with the basic idea of maximize or minimize. In our day-to-day life, we always come across a situation in which something we need to maximize to minimize. And recently, the COVID-19 virus, how fast it is growing and how it affects the society, the growth rate we need to know. Similarly, within minimum time of watching this video, how well I will understand the topic, or within the minimum time I need to study maximum content. All these topics are covered with the calculus. And now in this video, we are going to see the first part of the calculus from the grade 12, continuity and differentiability. In this particular session, what we are going to see is that what is continuity and how do we check a given function is continuous or not. Can you see this graph? This graph, is it continuous? Yes. A continuous graph means if you can draw a graph without lifting the pen from the paper, such a graph is always continuous. Can you see I have drawn one graph now? I am not lifting the pen from the paper. Such a graph is always a continuous graph. And that is the best way to check whether the given graph is continuous or not. Unfortunately, we will not be provided always the graph to see whether this function is continuous or not. This another graph, well, it's continuous thoroughly, so it is already continuous. And this another one continuous. And what about this graph? Is it continuous? It's not continuous, right? Started from here and reached here and there is a break and this goes that way. It is not continuous. Now let us check how we can say a given function is continuous or not. Let f be a real valued function on a subset of the real numbers and let a be a point in the domain of f. Basically, I am trying to check a function is given y is equal to f of x and I need to check the continuity at the point x is equal to a. So the first thing what we need to assure that the function is defined at a. That means f of a is defined. The function must be well defined at the point a. Why do we say at x is equal to a? Means if I have a function, say f of x is equal to 1 by x, and suppose I need to find the continuity at x is equal to 0. And you know clearly if x is equal to 0, this function is not defined and you don't want to do anything, immediately you can conclude it is not continuous at x is equal to a. Main trick for the objective examination. First step, make it sure the function is well defined at that particular point. Now second one, whenever limit x approaches to a f of x should exist. The limit x approaches to a, f of x must be existing. That means limit is existing at the given point a. This limit extends to a f of x exists. We will see detail later, like when do we say the limit is existing. And the third condition is limit extends to a, f of x must be equal to f of x. These are the three conditions. Then the function is said to be continuous at x is equal to a. First of all, the function is well defined at x is equal to a and the limit exists at that particular point and the value of the function at that particular point should be same as the limit value. Let us see this graph. Is this graph continuous? Clearly we know that it is not continuous. Now this function is actually will be given like this way. F of x is equal to x square if x is less than or equal to 2 and x if x is greater than 2. See, this value is 2 is included here. This is the graph of the first part of the function and this one. And I hope you remember this function or this style of functions, and these are called piecewise functions. In these type of functions, suppose I need to find limit x tends to 2 f of x. Now there are two values are there here in this one. Among these two, which one I will choose for limit x tends to 2 f of x? You have two values. Can I take x square or I can take x? This is our normal question whenever you do limit from last year onwards. Simple thing. See, you are at 2. Now in how many ways you can approach it to 2? Either you can come from the left of 2, That is what is happening here. You are coming along this path, you are approaching the 2 from the left of 2, and this graph you are approaching from the right of 2. you can reach at 2 either from the left of 2 or from the right of 2. That is what is one of the most fundamental idea of the limits. Whenever the function is breaking at a specific point, for example here it is breaking at 2, you must evaluate the limit from the left of 2. That means you are approaching from the left of 2 and you are coming to 2 from the right of 2, and these are the two fundamental idea in the limit topic. You can come to 2 either from the left of 2 or from the right of 2. If you are coming from the left of 2, we will write it as limit x approaches to 2 minus f of x and limit x tends to 2 plus f of x, and this minus and plus clearly indicate the path you have chosen to reach 2. This minus or plus has nothing to do in the evaluation of the limit, but that's one of the most important idea to choose the right piece of the function which were given to you. When you say limit x tends to 2 minus f of x, clearly you have to use x square. So this is the main case you need to remember when you evaluate the limit. Whenever you are given a function like this, x square, as I wrote there, x less than or equal to 2 and x when x greater than 2, this function is breaking at 2. If you want to find the limit at 2, you must approach it to 2 from the left of 2 and right of 2. One second, I think you must have a doubt about why only from the left and right, why not from any other direction. If you have a doubt and if you are not thorough about the limit idea from the last year, I just repeat, you have millions of paths to reach at the 2. That's absolutely true, but this 2 is a real number, and for a real number either you can come from the left side of 2 or from the right side of 2. If you go a little more further, higher level, and if you consider a complex plane, you have infinite number of paths will be there to reach 2, and time being, and you are not studying that, here you can approach it to 2 from the left of 2 or right of 2. In all such cases, our limit x's condition will change it. You remember the second condition I wrote, limit, this was my second condition, limit x tends to a, f of x exists. Now this we have to write in the broad sense as limit x tends to a minus f of x and limit x tends to a plus f of x must exist, and they must be equal, otherwise not continuous. Or we will say in short, left hand limit should be equal to right hand limit. Now our continuity definition I will just modify one more time. I repeat, the function f of x will be continuous at x is equal to a. First thing, it must be well defined at x is equal to a. That means f of a is defined. Second condition, limit x tends to a, f of x exists. This means the left hand limit should be equal to right hand limit. That means you are approaching to a from the left of a, and this means you are approaching to a from the right of a, and both must be equal. And the third condition, limit value should be equal to the function value, that is limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to f of a. If all these conditions are satisfying, our graph will be smooth, no break, and perfectly it is continuous. Let us look back again the same graph. So in this case, when you are approaching to 2 from the left of 2, you are reaching at 4, and when you are approaching from the right of 2, you are approaching at 2. So clearly this is not a continuous function, and when you see the graph, you don't want to say anything. Straight away you can say it is not continuous. And in this case, this function is called, it is discontinuous. Here it is LHL is not equal to RHL, it is discontinuous. And there will be some other cases possible. Here I am redefined this function as f of x is equal to x square if x less than 2, and 2 if x is equal to 2, and this is x plus 2 if x greater than 2. Is this function continuous? You can clearly see this function when I am coming from the left of 2, reach at 4. See, I am coming to left from left of 2, so I am reaching at b, that is 4. And if I am coming from the right, x plus 2, so that also will become 4, reaching at 4. But whereas f of 2 is marked as what, 2, and here I think you can say the whole. So this function again not continuous. This is another type of discontinuity, and this discontinuity is called removable discontinuity, because if I redefine this value as instead of 2, 4, this function will become continuous. If I move this point from here to here, the function is continuous. This is another kind of discontinuity. Let us see some example. F of x is equal to 5x minus 3, and we need to check the continuity at x is equal to 0, and x is equal to 5. Let us see the first part. I need to check the continuity at x is equal to 0. The first thing, as I said, we need to go for whether this function is defined at 0. Clearly, f of 0 equal to 5 into 0 minus 3 equal to minus 3. So it is well defined. By well defined mean the function should be always defined. What we need to check, whether you have a denominator term which becomes 0 when you use that value. That's what mainly we need to check. And there are some other functions also, but in the basic type, you need to check only whether the denominator is becoming 0 or not. Clearly, there is no denominator, it is defined. Second part, we need to evaluate limit x tends to 0. Why 0? We are looking the continuity at x is equal to 0. That means limit x tends to 0. What is f of x? 5x minus 3. And what is the limit x approaches to 0 means x is becoming 0. This will become 5 times 0 minus 3, that is equal to negative 3. And clearly you have found that limit x tends to 0, f of x is same as f of 0 same as minus 3. Therefore, all the three conditions are satisfied. Therefore, the function is continuous at x is equal to 0. Please keep in mind, never say function is continuous. We have proved that the function is continuous at x is equal to 0. Now let us see the second part, x is equal to 5. Here also, first we will calculate f of 5 to make it sure whether the function is well defined at 5 or not. 5x minus 3, 5 into 5 minus 3, 25 minus 3, 22. First step is correct. The function is well defined at x is equal to 5. Second step, limit x tends to 5 f of x. That means limit x tends to 5, 5x minus 3. This statement says x is approaching to 5 and therefore this expression will change it as 5 times 5 minus 3, that is equal to 22. That means limit x tends to 5 f of x is exactly the same as f of 5, and that asserts that all our conditions are satisfied and therefore the function is continuous at x is equal to 5. Let us see the third example. We need to check the continuity of the function f of x is equal to x raised to n at x is equal to n, where n is a positive integer. Same like the previous one, clearly f of n is defined because it is n raised to n. If n is a positive integer, n raised to n is also a positive integer. And the second step, limit x tends to n f of x. That becomes limit x tends to n x to the power n. That means n raised to n limit existing. Third condition, limit x tends to n f of x equal to f of n, that's equal to n raised to n. Therefore, the function is continuous at x is equal to n. So we have completed. So far we have seen the function whose continuity at a point. Now we have to say whether this function is continuous throughout the domain AB. Suppose this is the interval AB or the domain of this function throughout the domain or not. If this function is continuous every point on the domain, the function is said to be continuous everywhere. A function is said to be continuous everywhere, then continuous function. Now there are some basic properties, algebra of continuous functions. If f and g are two continuous functions, then f plus g is always continuous at x is equal to a. Similarly, f minus g also continuous, fg is continuous, and f by g also continuous, provided g of a is not equal to 0. And f composition g is defined and f composition g also continuous. These are some standard results you might require to do the questions from this continuous section. And remember, all the relevant formula I am adding at the end of this video and you can use it well. Let us check the next example. Now here I have written a function f of x is equal to x minus 5 and I need to check the continuity of the function. Remember, the point is not mentioned. I need to check the continuity throughout the domain. Now here there's a slight difference. What I will say, let a be any element belongs to the domain of f. A is any real number in the domain of f, and I'm checking whether this function is defined at a. Basically the same thing. I can't check each point that is said to be a representative element, and again here also what you need to make it sure there is no denominator and where it it become not defined. The function is well defined every point of the domain. Now we'll go for the limit x tends to a f of x, and that again, as you know, limit x tends to a x minus 5, and that becomes a minus 5. Clearly that is equal to f of a. That is limit x tends to a f of x equal to f of a. Therefore the function is continuous everywhere. Here you can say it is continuous as we have considered a is any real number. We say continuous throughout its domain. Let us see another example. We need to check the continuity of the function f of x is equal to 1 by x minus 5 throughout its domain. The first thing you need to understand, what is the domain of this function? Clearly x minus 5 cannot be 0. That says x cannot be 5. Therefore the domain will become what? All the real numbers except 5. Now what you need to make it sure, or you need to make it clear, that you are finding or you are checking the continuity of the function everywhere except at 5, because at 5 the function is not defined at all. We are not checking at x is equal to 5. That is what the most important thing, you need to keep it in your mind. The remaining all will be just like the other one. Say we take any real number, let a is any element of the domain of f, and can this a be 5? Never, right? Because already 5 is not in the domain. Therefore we can say f of a equal to 1 by a minus 5. I'm repeating, this a is not equal to 5 because 5 is not a part of the domain. Now let us calculate limit. Limit x tends to a f of x is equal to limit x tends to a 1 by x minus 5. That is equal to 1 by a minus 5, and that is equal to f of a. Hence f of x is continuous everywhere within the domain. It is not at 5 because the function is not defined at x is equal to 5. Hence the function is continuous everywhere within the domain, and in the domain we don't have a 5. We got the final answer. Let us see the next example. You need to find the continuity of this function at x is equal to 2. X square minus 4 by x minus 2 when x not equal to 2, and 4 when x is equal to 2. And we have to find at x is equal to 2. Again our first question, is the given function defined at 2? Is f of 2 defined? I think some of you might have a doubt here. See, we written x not equal to 2. That's absolutely right, and for this particular part of the function it is not defined at 2. But you need to cross check the second part of the function where it says when x is equal to 2 it is equal to 4. That means this particular function is defined at every point. I'll make it clear. What is this means? The value of the function is x square minus 4 by x minus 2 for all values of x except 2. And when x is equal to 2, it takes a special value that is equal to 4. Hence, the function is well defined at every point. And we can write f of 2 equal to 4. The first check mark is done. It is defined at 2. And second thing, we need to find limit x tends to 2 f of x. And again, here comes the question, do I need to find left limit, right limit, or both? Is it necessary or not? And I repeat, when do we find left limit and right limit? If the value of the function is breaking at the point where you are finding the continuity. You are checking the continuity at 2 and this function is not breaking at 2, or you don't have a left value or right value for the 2 approaching. Therefore, you can straight away evaluate the limit. Limit x tends to 2, x square minus 4 divided by x minus 2. Limit x tends to 2, and here you can use either by factorization technique or by using the standard formula. And as x approaches to 2, you can cancel this x minus 2 and x minus 2, which never becomes 0. Once you apply the limit, and this term transforms to 2 plus 2, 4. And notice that, see, we got f of 2 equal to 4 and limit also 4. Therefore, we can say limit x tends to 2 f of x becomes 4, that is equal to f of 2. Hence the function is continuous at x is equal to 2. So we have proved. These are some of the most useful results from this section. You have to remember this. These are some standard results, will be useful. Thank you for watching Math Cafe. If you enjoy the video, please like, subscribe and share. In the next video, we will see the main questions based on the examination with the techniques, tips and tricks.